Hey everyone, I'm Zen Bake, this is Auto Group, and this is the McLaren 570S. Welcome back to the channel after about maybe 4 months almost. Sorry for the wait time, but welcome to the summer season of Auto Group with such a summer heavy car. And I say that because it's a rear wheel drive twin turbocharged V8 from McLaren, of course. And the interesting thing about this car is the fact that it's about to go away because the McLaren Artura is here now. So this is basically the end of the line for the V8 McLaren sports car. Now it's all about that new twin turbo V6 and stuff. But what I love is the fact that this is the twin turbo V8, which is no longer available anymore. And it's so smooth because it's a flat plane crank V8, just like Ferrari. So look at the color at the front, you know, over here. The nose is so nice and aggressive, while also being really handsome as well. You know, these British cars look so good. Aston Martin, McLaren, Lotus, you know, these cars have very, very nice designs overall. And what I love about the car is that the fact that it has real genuine cooling and the effort put into making it, you know, a very aerodynamically advanced car as well. I mean, the way this door piece, you know, folds away into the back and the rear fender, and then you got more air passing through. And this thing seems to have a custom titanium exhaust aftermarket, which looks really, really good with the blue tips. And then you got this custom wing over here as well. The factory McLaren comes without the wing, and it's just a plain, you know, wingless, smooth design. But I love this. So it's such a cool looking car. I mean, it's so striking too, and it has the biggest supercar feature of any supercar, of course. You open the door, and they are dihedral, of course. So the benefit of this, first of all, is that it looks absolutely fantastic. People, I think, really, really love the way this thing looks. And the other thing is, it kind of makes it a little easier to get in and out of because this piece, you know, goes over here. But I think you could just kind of sit down on the sill and then get inside. It doesn't look very sporty, but it gets the job done. So that's very interesting. And then the door, it has Bowers & Wilkins sound system, of course. So this car makes 562 horsepower, about exactly as much as a 458 Italia, I think. But the thing is, it's turbocharged, so it makes 443 pound-feet of torque. This interior looks fantastic. I mean, look at the leather usage everywhere, pretty much. I mean, even down to the bottom over here. It's so well done. And this interior generation is a little older for McLaren. Now they're going to a bit different design with the screen coming out and stuff. So let's go ahead and start it up actually first and give you a taste of this V8 sound. Ready? So loud. It's just fantastic. An amazing sound, really a showstopper for car shows. And look at the paddle shifters. Look how they're finished in carbon fiber. That is just a beautiful touch. Amazing sound. And it revs up so fast too. So that's absolutely fantastic. Okay, we're gonna have to turn that off for now because first of all, it's pretty loud. We're at Motor Works of Barrington. And we went to Motor Works Infiniti, particularly to Ali Norez and Ryan, my good friends over there, for providing the vehicle. So special thanks to them, of course. Absolutely awesome. I mean, the car just sounds ridiculous. It's such a race car, honestly, in the smoothness of its sound, and you know how the car is actually really nice and light too. Carbon fiber monocoque. Okay, so now we're driving the McLaren 570S, which has a very, very bassish sound, you know, probably because of the turbos, obviously. Right, but it's just the exhaust system. It honestly has a very, very racy type feel, a bit similar to the Porsche 911 that we drove. And one of the benefits of buying a McLaren, first of all, that you immediately notice is the fact that the wheel kind of moves around because it is a hydraulic car, hydraulically assisted steering rack. Wow, and look at that engine braking as soon as I let off the gas. And then it just smooths out. So we're in normal. We started everything in normal mode. Very nice. But there's a lot of drone. Like you could tell, it has this very drone-ish sound of the exhaust note. It's smooth. The first thing that I'm noticing is that everything is smooth. The wheel is quick. It's actually kind of about just as quick as my Giulia's wheel. It's not like the world's fastest steering rack. And the brakes are so firm. Like this pedal, I have to like jam my foot into try to stop the thing. And that's one thing that is actually kind of famous about McLaren's, that they have this race car-ish type brake pedal. It's so stiff, and the pedal box is actually really small. Like inside I'm kind of like this, so but look how quiet the car just gets. I think it's a valved exhaust, so in 6th gear, I mean, the thing is a puppy dog, and you could cruise in this car. It's actually kind of enjoyable, just like this. And it's a little bit easier than I actually expected the car to drive. We're just cruising along, and this car has actually 11,787 miles. Has that smoothish tone that you get from a like a 488, for example, right? And another thing that's very impressive about the car is the visibility. I'm seeing if it's going to shift up in the 7th. No, it's a 7-speed dual clutch. It's just a very approachable car, actually, to be honest. Wow, very nice. So both handling and powertrain are in normal right now, like I said, and it's active. Sport in both, and it's active. You got that active button. The gauge cluster changes just a bit, which is nice. Wow, the brake pedal is stiff. I mean, this thing is heavy. The visibility out the front is fantastic. See, this is a big benefit about mid-engine cars, is the fact that the front end, I mean, look how everything is so accessible, and even out the sides, the visibility is so good. The thing in the back is that we got a big wing, but it looks adjustable, so we could probably fix that up. Wow. Okay. The shifters are really aggressive in this mode. Oh, and look at the speed of the dual clutch shift here. There's nobody behind us. Oh, that is nice. It's honestly, it's very much, it has the feeling of an old school turbocharged car. Like my Alfa Giulia does the same thing, where okay, it's staying in 6th, it's now letting me go up to 7th. It does the same thing where it has this old school turbo lag. So it starts off slow, and then you get into the pedal and boom, the thing just flies away. Still picking up, you know, it's easy. And the roads here are a bit, you know, they're a bit, this is where we could test just the suspension quality in general, how it is. And it's good. It's better than the Porsche 911 that we drove, although I think that car had quite a bit more wear and tear on it. I mean, this is not that bad. That's a good sound, and the shifts are so fast. But the thing is, it's a bit muffled, and I'm hearing a lot of exhaust muffledness and not much, you know, engine-like, really emotional connection with the engine. So it's not an engine car like a Ferrari is. It's a torque-heavy race car. I mean, the thing screams race car. The quick steering, rear-wheel drive, of course, you know, and turbocharged fun. I mean, I love turbocharged cars, and many people complain about turbocharged cars because there's a lag and the lack of sound quality. But I just love the fact that you could just unleash this thing and it's so fast. Overall, the time with the McLaren 570S has been very, very, very interesting, and thank God I finally got to drive it today after years of knowing the McLaren 570. It is a very special car, especially in terms of both design, uniqueness, this one in particular, the color, and on top of that, the dihedral doors. I mean, that just puts the package already together very, very well for the McLaren 570S. Also, in terms of driving, of course, the main thing for a car like this is the driving. First the driving, then the looks. I think in terms of driving, the car is, in a way, it's quite similar to the 911 that we drove, the Porsche 911, engine in the back. Technically, the 911 is rear engine, this is mid-engine. Turbocharged, you know, turbo lag. It has that crazy dual clutch with the really fast shift, and it has a lot of drone from the engine and a lot of noises and vibrations. So it is very interesting to check out this car finally, and it is a very cool car to drive as well. And the styling after that, I mean, just so unique. What do I even say about that? And I forgot to notice at times, like when we were out on the road, about how many people would actually notice this, because if you were to find this out in the you know, out in the wild, like doing your normal things, people would like be taking pictures and stuff like that. So I wonder what other people were thinking while we were going out, because it's such a special car to take out on the road. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode of Auto Group. Special thanks to Ali Norez and Ryan at Motor Works Infiniti for providing the vehicle for today. That is absolutely epic. Look at the car. I mean, just amazing. So cool. So thank you so much, guys. Really appreciated the support on the channel, especially on the ES video. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much, guys. Take care.